Trump campaign is out with a brand new ad, ladies and gentlemen, new advertisement, and they're hitting Kamala right where it hurts because you see she's a little bit of a copycat and she can't come up with her own ideas. So she's stealing Donald Trump's. Watch.
The Internal Revenue Service under Joe Biden now wants to crack down on tips in the service industry.
This was a policy of her own administration, and now she's saying, oh, no tax on tips.
Harris is a puppet. She doesn't have one original idea.
How many times did President Trump say this?
Everybody knows this is Trump's idea. He's taken it to the forefront. But look, the media is covering up for Harris, and she's counting on that.
What I think she's doing is looking to copy the Trump plan. The American people aren't stupid. He's been saying this, and Democrats in some cases have even said negative things about it.
How does she reconcile that against the policy she's been a part of with Biden-Harris, where they've gone after, haven't they not, with the IRS, things like taxes on tips?
In the past, the vice president pushed for increased taxes across the board to pay for progressive programs. This includes bumping capital gains taxes to 35%, increasing the estate tax.
She is just not able to do much else. I mean, besides steal and plagiarize.
Kamala has no imagination whatsoever, as shown by the fact that she played copycat with no taxes on tips.
Wow. This is pretty good. And this is actually, I think, something that's going to resonate. And I think Kamala's not going to have a lot to say on this. I mean, she's not going to say anything, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, because she's made this decision, a calculated decision, that she doesn't have to say anything. Her campaign said that this week on CNN. The guy went on and said, yeah, she doesn't have to give any interviews. So they figure she doesn't have to give interviews. She doesn't have to give press conferences. She can have hand-selected questions. It can be very controlled, much like none other than Joe Biden's was. Remember, he'd be like, oh, wait, can I call on you? Who are you? Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. He kept saying that over and over and over again. So they are trying to control her narrative. She herself is clearly very controlled. And so she's not actually going to do an interview. She's not going to do a press conference. And in fact, I'm sort of stunned that she's even doing a debate. But then again, the debate is hosted by none other than the woman who set her up with her husband, the president of ABC News, owned by Disney, ladies and gentlemen, Dana Walden. She is responsible for Kamala Harris finally finding a guy, like a real one, to marry, if you can call him that, because he ran around on his wife with the nanny. We won't really go there, but unseemly stuff. Okay. So I'm not saying she's got the best taste in men, shall we say. But Dana set her up with Doug. And Kamala and Doug lived happily ever after, with him becoming, or hoping to become, one day the first gentleman. I don't know what you call him as the husband of the vice president. I don't know what that is, technically speaking. That this is an ad designed to hurt her. I think it's going to work, actually. I mean, the problem is the media is so saturated, and they have gotten their marching orders, and they are taking this to heart, right? So they're going to just follow exactly what David Plouffe and David Axelrod, these are the former Obama campaign managers that are now running the show for none other than Kamala, right? So they're going to do exactly what those guys tell them to do.